Welcome to the physical science class. My name is Nora Ortega. I will be your instructor, and the best way you can contact me is via email, and this one is my email, or you can also contact me via Canvas email. The idea of this of the class is that we will work together so you can learn the content, which is my main goal, and also you can pass the class, which is your which I know is really important for all of you. Then in physical science is a science that is concerned or study the inanimate and natural objects. Means in physical science we study non-living systems. This physical science including physics, chemistry, and astronomy. But in this course we will focus in the physics and chemistry part. Then in the first part, in the first week, we will study some math concepts. We will review some math concepts, and then we will study the different topics related to physics, and at the end we will study some topics that are mainly related to chemistry. Then in the first chapters of your book we will cover the concept of motion, force. We will study several kinds of forces. One of this one is the gravity. Then we will move to energy. After energy, we will study the heat and matter states of matter. Then we will study the waves, and we will study specifically, we will study the light and sound. Then we will study briefly some concepts about the electricity and magnetism. And at the end of the course, then we will move more to the chemistry part. And in these chapters, we will study the atomic model, we will study the chemical reactions, and finally the nuclear reactions. Then these are what we are going to study in this course. Now I want to talk about what are the tips to succeed in this class. The first thing is you need to have a positive attitude and believe that you can succeed. I believe all the students that are registered in this class, they can pass the class, but I need you to really work hard. Another thing is, please don't ask for help at the end of the course in the last 2 weeks. And if you don't understand something, you can email me, or we can make an appointment, and we can discuss what you don't understand via Zoom meeting. Another important thing is you should complete all the assignments on time. In this course, you had a lot of activities to do each week. Then please complete all the assignments on time. Then what assignments we need to complete during this summer in this class? You will have 8 homework, 13 lab chips. I call lab manual. Then I will grade this one 3 times. We will have 2 special lab reports, 3 tests, and 1 final. The test and the final exam both will be online and will be through Canvas. Then the first thing I want you to do is please read the syllabus. It's important because there will be all the rules we need to complete, and all you had to do to succeed in this class. At the end of this is the last page of your syllabus, And in this is I call this one the tentative schedule of our class. Then here is what we will study each week and what you had to complete. And for example, from the week to 10 to June 10 to 14, these are the subjects we are going to study: the introduction, algebra review, significant digits, scientific notation, and conversion of units. Then what you had to complete? You had to complete the lab number 1, which is measurements. You need to complete the appendix A, B, C, D, and D, and the pre-lab 1. Yes. The due days, you can find the due days in Canvas. In the second week, now we will start. In the second week we will study the book, the chapter 1 of the book, and then we will study the density, proportionality, what is science, and also I suggest you to work in the practice test 1. This is a study guide for the test 1. I don't going to get any point for this one, but I encourage you to solve in order to be ready for the test 1. Then also for this week, you have to complete the lab number 2 and lab number 3, and the pre-lab number 2 and the homework. The homework always are related to the, you will find the homework in your textbook, right? Always in your textbook. And this one, the red one, is the day you had to take the test 1, which will be online. And the same thing for the next part here, and this is the final exam. And here is the due days for the homework, but the due days for the other activities will be on Canvas. Something that I would like to point out is about the total hour of the course. This is a 4-credit class, and the number of class or study hours is expected is the student that of the student is multiplied 4 times 3. Then in a regular semester, 15-week semester, the total work required for this class will be 12 hours per week. But this is a short semester. This is just 8-week semester. Then the total hours that is required that you work is 24 hours per week. Then please try to spend time to complete all the activities each week, okay? Because this is just after 2 months. Yes, I hope you will pass the course, but we need to work hard these 2 months, okay? Then again, I want to tell that I believe all the students that register in this course can complete it successfully, but I need you to work hard from the first week to the last week of the class. I am here to help you as much I can, but I need you to work hard. Yes, I need you to do your best in this course. This is the grade distribution for this class. The homework and last sheet correspond to the 30% of the class. The lab manual and special lab report is the 14%. And we will have 3 tests. That 3 tests correspond to the 36%, and the final exam is 20%. This is the grade scale, and I think you are familiar with this scale. One thing I want to say is if your grade is, for example, 68 or 67.5, this corresponds to D. Then at the end of the semester, if this is your final grade, I cannot do anything to change that. then what I suggest you is try to get all the points each week. In this way, you don't have to worry about that at the end of the semester. Now I would like to show you how the course is organized in Canvas. And the first thing you have to do is you go to your Canvas account, you click in the physical science, on the physical science, and here I will change to student view. Then in the first part is home and modulos are the same. You will find the same thing in home and modulos. Then the first thing you will find is the syllabus. If you click here, you can click also the file, and you will get the syllabus, and in the last page you will find the tentative schedule, like that I showed you before. And now let's move to the next thing. Then you will find a to-do list, and in this I will upload each week the list that what you need to complete each week. As here is for the June 10 to 14 week. Then you need to read the syllabus, you need to watch these audio presentations, you need to complete the pre-lab number 1, the lab number 1, and I encourage you to start working on appendices A, B, C, and D. We will have our first Zoom meeting on June 11 at 1 p.m. and the Zoom meetings is optional. You can join if you would like to answer some question, if you don't understand something about the lab, the pre-labs, or the homework, then I will help you with that. Also, you can email me, and I can help in that way if you cannot join to the Zoom meeting. The next thing we will find is the audio presentations, and here just you click here, and then you just click here to start watching the presentations. And these are the presentations you had to study, you had to watch for the week from 10 to 14. Here are the labs. Then you see here you will find the due date for each activity. And for lab number 1 is June 14. And if you click here, then you will have, here it should be 3. Here you will find what you had to do. Then the step number 1, you had to leave this presentation. The step number 2, you need to complete the pre-lab, which is in the lab number 1. I will show you that. Then this is the next thing I want to show you. Then you need to complete the lab sheet. And this lab sheet you had to complete and submit here. As you just click here, and then you submit, upload the file and submit the one once you complete the assignment. And this is the lab sheet. Here is what you had. Here is the procedure, and you had to complete this pre-lab, and then you need to submit. Here is I call the lab manual 1, and these are different activities you need to complete. This is the pre-lab number 1, and you just click here, and this is the file. Then you can open the file, You can download the file if you need. Then here is you you complete this one. Once you complete the PLILAB, and you will submit this one, following these instructions. Yes, you will submit the PLILAB. And here you will find the homework. You click here. Each homework is related. You will find the problems in your physical science textbook. For this particular homework, this is in the it is in the page 24, and you had to solve the parallel problems group B. There is two groups. There is group A and group B. Then you had to solve the group B. And group A, why no group A? Because group A is already, the solution is already in the book at the end of the book. And you can check that solutions that can help you to solve the problems in the group B. And here is the due date. Yes, it's June 21st. One more thing is, here you will find the practice test. Again, I don't going to get any points for this, but I encourage you to solve this. I encourage you to solve this practice test because it will help you to be ready for the test, for the first test. If you had any question about the practice test, I can help you. You can email me and I will help you. I will upload the solution next week. Then you can compare your solution with the solution I will send. Then another thing is, here in this, in the right side of the page, you can find also what you had to complete each week. Here is the due days for each activity. Then you can also just click here and you will get the same thing. Yes, you will get the same thing. I want just to give idea what you are going to find, how you can navigate in our course. But if you have any question, just feel to email me anytime. Okay, I will be more than happy if I can help you. Then I am looking forward to meeting with all of you next week via Zoom. Bye bye.